to this, and I must say 100% in favour of rejecting this golf course because our callers say don't want it. We need one of the golf course like 18 holes in the head. It was one of the more prominent ones, but huge reaction to it, and not one is in favour of this development so far.
On the line at the moment, we've got one of the councillors who actually voted against the decision as it stood, Graeme Clark. Good morning, Graeme.
Good morning, Mark.
Thank you very much for phoning in for a start, because it would be nice to get some clarification on this.
I'm sitting here with a mask on.
With a hood over your head.
Aye, indeed, the hoodies, aye.
Listen, just clarify for me. What was your position on this? As such, you're not completely against the development, you just had reservations about it.
Tell you what, Mark, I went to the site visit. I'm on an infrastructure committee. I went to site visit down there. I went to Balmedy for the first public meeting. I went to the area committee just to take notes and see what the arguments were for or against. Now, I've obviously received lots and lots of emails before the meeting. I should say that immediately before the meeting, we're 100% the same as yourself this morning. We were all opposed to the actual golf course, etc. So I had to make up my mind when I went to the meeting. We had a tremendous discussion, both sides, and there was two motions put. I'll quote from the paper yesterday. This doesn't take long. Now, the first motion was to defer the application for further negotiation with the applicant. The other one was to reject the plan and encourage a new one which should not include the triple SI. Now that was the choice in front of us, and I went for the second one because I was able to accept he can build his golf course, he can even build his housing, but the triple SI, no, you can't build on a triple SI. He could build his course and keep the triple SI, but there was no coming or going at all with the Trump International organisation.
Right from the very off, Graeme, Donald Trump has said, look, it's going to be this way or it's not going to be any way at all. That doesn't leave a lot of room for negotiation.
No, he doesn't help himself by trying to get the wind farm moved and his criticism of the local lad, Mr. Forbes. But you've got to look beyond that. It's not a personal thing. You've got to say, is this a good development for Aberdeenshire? You know, we have the argument about when the oil runs out, etc., etc., all the rich millionaires that play golf, they'll come to Scotland to play golf, I'll bring money to Aberdeenshire.
Aye, but Graeme, surely our national heritage, our natural heritage, is equally important. You know, it's a valuable thing that cannot be replaced.
I looked for a compromise, and the compromise was to keep the triple SI, which is a wonderful place, by the way, and also build his golf course, but not on the triple SI. I think there's room for both. He didn't think so.
Listen, Graeme, thank you very much for calling in this morning. I really appreciate it, just shedding some light on it.
Yeah, unlike some media outlets, we won't be putting your address on the front page.
Well, you just got to take that as a politician. That's no big deal. But I'm going to be back to Garden Shed, okay?
Sure.
Stay safe. See you. Bye-bye.